Today we wanted to share a nomad strategy with you.
We wanted to share a strategy with you that is very profound, yet it works for a lot of people. So, Bianca, people who are coming here, a lot of them are coming here to get residency so they can qualify for the tax benefits here. So what they will do is they will come here and stay here for 120 days per year. So they qualify for this regime. Fantastic. But then they're like, hey, Paraguay is nice, but there's no ocean here, there's no beach. So what they would do is they would go live in Argentina, or for instance Brazil, or go to Chile, or maybe even they go to live in Mexico or the Caribbean. So if you want to do that, that's actually really powerful, because just because you have obtained tax residence in Paraguay does not mean you have to be living here every single day of the year. You don't have to. For tax residence in Paraguay, it's 120 days per year only. That's the minimum. You can stay more than that, and you might want to stay more than that, but technically on paper it's 120 days. You're here for 120 days, fantastic. You are a tax resident of Paraguay, assuming that you have obtained tax residency and that you have obtained temporary residency first. And we talked about also the path to permanent residency and citizenship. So after that time, you can convert to permanent residency after having had temporary residency, for 2 years. Now, what's interesting here is that, and you know this because you're Paraguayan, you are local here. It's a beautiful country, it's very quiet, but there are things that you can do in Argentina that you cannot do here. For instance, in Argentina, you can go skiing or you can go to the beach. So what a lot of people would do, including our clients, is that they get tax residency here. They would come live here. And like we said, they spend maybe 4 or 5 months out of the year here. And ideally, what a lot of people would do is they would spend that time during our summer in the West, which is the winter here. Why? The weather is better. So a lot of people would do that, and they would go to Argentina. Maybe they're going to have a car here in Paraguay. They're going to import the car, and they're going to drive the car further, deeper into Argentina. Or what's even cooler is that once you have gotten your Cedula, which is the national identity card, you can use the Cedula to go live in Brazil, Argentina. You can go to Chile with that. You can go to nearby countries with that Cedula, and you don't have to carry your passport, which is very interesting to people that want to kind of enjoy that. So if you want to compare this to the European Union, where you have an EU passport, and with an EU passport, let's say you're a citizen of Austria, Portugal, Spain, any country, Hungary, you can go live in other EU countries. It's like freedom of movement. Now, is that the same here? No, it's not, but it's close. It's not as sound, but it's still pretty good. There's no other region on the planet where you can use a Cedula, which is not a passport, to live in nearby countries. Now, in Paraguay, you can do that. In the European Union, you can do that too. Or in America, if you have, America is just one country, right? But the European Union, how it works is that there's freedom of movement. So if you have an EU passport, you can go live in Italy. Let's say you have an Italian passport. Great. You can go live in Austria. You can go live in Poland, Hungary. You can go live in the Netherlands. You can go live in Ireland. You can go live in any country that's part of the European Union, and you don't need to obtain residency. Now, here it's different. There's an agreement where you can use that card to travel around, and it's easier to get into countries, which is fantastic. So,
how do you travel between countries here?
So one of the things you can do, Bianca, is that you can rent a car, you don't rent a car, you actually buy a car and you import it, right? It's need an import permit if you go to another country. That's what a lot of people would do if they go from Paraguay to Brazil. They'd bring their own vehicle. Why? It's more convenient. Now, that's one option. You bring the car from Paraguay into Argentina, from Paraguay into Brazil, or you can also take the bus, which is in many cases the least expensive option. It's the longest path. It takes the most time if you go by bus. The bus stops, it drives slower than if you were to go with your personal car, right? If you were to go with your personal vehicle, you're always going to be faster. You can also fly. You can do that, which is obviously the preferred method, especially if you're wanting to go, deeper into Argentina, if you're wanting to visit the ocean side in Brazil. You can take your own vehicle, you can take the bus, but you probably want to fly. A lot of people are flying because it's just less time. If you want more information on living in or moving to Paraguay, then please subscribe to our channel now. And if you want to work with us, if you want us to help you get residence in Paraguay, then click on the link below the video and we'd love to work with you. Thank you for watching Nomad Elite.